Cells, tissue, cytoplasm, protoplasm, cell organelles, endoplasm, reticulum, rough and smooth, mitochondria. This is a respiratory process in the cell. Then Golgi apparatus, post office, lysosome, suicidal bag, hydrolytic enzyme, then centromere, cell division, metabolism, anabolism, catabolism. So this level, yesterday we discussed. And now today enter to the syllabus. Muscle tissue. The definition of muscle tissue is very simple. Enables the body to move using the muscles, right? These muscles can be divided by into three types: skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. You imagine there is no muscle in our body. Then you imagine, no muscles in the body. How it is look like, only skeletal system.
Like Nigerian.
So muscles are giving the structure, right? It is a beauty, right? Without muscle, there is no beauty. This muscles, skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, cardiac muscles. Skeletal is nothing but our skeletal system is nothing but a bone system. The muscles attached with this bone, which is called skeletal muscle. Then smooth muscle are the very soft muscle. Then cardiac muscle, specialized muscle. You see the one by one, the definition here. The smooth muscle tissue, non-striated muscle tissue composed of fusiform single nucleated fibers, then contract in involuntary muscle. This all kind of smooth muscles, involuntary function. For example, our stomach muscles. In the digestive system, your intestines are very soft in nature, smooth muscles. These smooth muscles, involuntary working. Involuntary means you do not, the muscles are not waiting for your command and instruction. Automatically, it will work always. If you engulf the food after that, and that muscles take care on digestion. In Tamil, very simple. Smooth muscle அப்படிங்கிறது தானா ஒர்க் பண்ணக்கூடியது. அதுக்கு நீங்க இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் கொடுக்கணும் அவசியம் கிடையாது. வயிற்றுல இருக்கக்கூடியது. Then cardiac muscle, muscle tissue of the heart consisting of the straightened muscle cells, involuntary muscle. This is specialized muscle, hard muscle. This is specialized muscle. இதுக்கு இணையான மசில் எங்கேயும் கிடையாது. இதயத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய மசில், இதுவும் involuntary function. Then skeletal muscle, multi-nucleated muscle tissue, contracts in either a voluntary or involuntary or stripped muscle. Stripped muscles means strip line fibers. Here, the skeletal muscle. Anyone can please say some example for involuntary function. The skeletal muscle, the naturally skeletal muscle, all the skeletal muscles, voluntary function. But some muscles are involuntary. Anyone have any idea about involuntary muscle?
Hand muscles.
Huh?
Hand muscles is voluntary.
Hand muscles, voluntary.
The heart pumping.
Heart pumping, heart muscle is a
Involuntary.
different. That is a
Involuntary.
involuntary. I am asking
Involuntary.
about
Ah.
skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscleங்கிறது எலும்போட ஒட்டி இருக்கக்கூடிய மசில். அந்த மசில்ல எப்பவுமே வாலண்டரி ஃபங்க்ஷன் தான் இருக்கும். நம்ம கை எடுக்கணும், ஆட்டினா தான் பண்ணும். ஆனா
Knees,
அதே ஸ்கெல்டல் மசில்ல எலும்பு கூட ஒட்டி இருக்கிற ஒரு
Sir.
மசில் தானா ஒர்க்
Is it like a spasm?
ஸ்பேசம்?
Oh, no, he's asking the muscle name.
In
He's asking the muscle name. He's asking the muscle name.
Muscle name. You just give you example. For example, no need to exact name of the muscle. No need. You just give the where is the muscles. Some muscles are
Hand.
involuntary muscles in skeletal muscle.
For
Bone.
example, hand.
Hmm?
Ear bones, sir. Sound வந்துச்சுன்னா நம்ம out இல்லையா?
Ear muscle.
அதுல போன் இருக்குல்ல சார் சின்னதா மைட்.
Okay. Intercostal muscle. Hmm? For respiration, breathing.
Lungs.
Lungs is a soft tissue. Inside of the lungs is soft tissue. It is not a skeletal muscle. It is a soft muscle. Lungs, liver, intestine, these are the soft muscle. Intercostal muscle covered with the rib bone. Then connective tissue. Connective tissue is the word definition. Connective tissue bind together two or more other tissues or organ. Very simple. Connective tissue means it is found in trachea, bronchi, ribs connecting with the sternum.
The sternum.
This is an example. Then function, it provides support, protection under the shape of the body.
Shape of the body.
This is a connective tissue. Connective tissue can be classified into three types. Hard connective tissue, soft connective tissue, then liquid connective tissue. For hard connective tissue, you can give the example, the bones are the hard connective tissue. Soft connective tissue, cartilages. Then liquid connective tissue is nothing but blood. Then connective tissue and muscles, more than 650 muscles are there in our body. Then these are the basic of muscles. Next on nervous system, nerve cells, nerve tissue. Nerve tissue consists of nerve cells or neurons. நரம்பு செல்ல வந்து நரம்பு செல்னு சொல்லலாம் அல்லது நியூரான்களால் ஆனது. This neurons are the basic unit of nervous system. நரம்பு மண்டலத்தின் அடிப்படை அலகு. Neuron, nephron, sometime we will get confusion.
Yes, sir.
Nephron is a
Kidney.
basic unit of
Kidney.
renal system.
Renal system.
The neuron are the basic unit of
Nerve system.
fundamental unit of nervous
Nervous system.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the basic unit of muscular system?
Tissue, sir.
Muscle fiber.
Muscle cell. What is the name of muscle cell? As like a neuron, nephron, like this. Anyone know? Sarcomere. Okay. Now, these are the names. You now enter to the musculoskeletal system. Musculo means nothing but a muscle. Skeleton means bone. Musculoskeletal system. Here only our syllabus starts. இங்க தான் நம்ம syllabus start ஆகுது. Musculoskeletal system. It is made up of the bones of the skeleton, muscles, cartilage, tendons, ligaments, joints, and other connective tissues. Together, we can call it as musculoskeletal system. Musculoskeletal system என்னென்னலாம் இன்வால்வ் ஆகுது அப்படின்னா இதெல்லாம் மசில்ஸ், போன்ஸ், கார்ட்லேஜ், டெண்டான், லிகமெண்ட்ஸ், ஜாயின்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் ஜாயின் பண்ணது தான் musculoskeletal system. The skeletal portion of the system serves as the main storage system for the calcium and phosphorus and contain critical components of the hemopoietic system. What are the critical components? Before that, you have to know some idea about the hemopoietic, hematopoietic. Hematopoietic or hemopoietic? Hemopoietic is formation of hemoglobin, hemopoietic. Hematopoietic is nothing but blood cells formation. Blood formation is hematopoiesis. The hematopoietic system, the blood formation system is, we can call it as another name, hemopoietic system. ரத்தம் உருவாகிற மண்டலத்துக்கு ஹீமோபைட்டிக் சிஸ்டம்னு பேரு. இதுல சம் மெயின் காம்போனன்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு. அது கிரிட்டிக்கல் காம்போனன்ட்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்றோம். ரத்தத்துக்கு தேவையான ஹீமு, குளோபுலின், அந்த புரோட்டீன் பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் எல்லாம் அதுல இருக்கு. போர்பைரின் ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் எல்லாம் அந்த காம்போனன்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் அதுல இருக்கு. அது இல்லாம கால்சியம், பாஸ்பரஸ் எல்லாமே இந்த ஸ்கெல்டல் சிஸ்டத்துல ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கு. சிம்பிளா புரிஞ்சிடுச்சா? Property of skeletal muscles. இப்போ skeletal muscle பத்தி மட்டும் படிக்க போறோம். We have to study about the skeletal muscles, right? Properties of the skeletal muscles. Contractility, excitability, then extensibility, elasticity.
Elasticity.
நீங்க படிச்சீங்கன்னா இதெல்லாம் கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கிறது தான், ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். So contract அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து contract, சுருங்கிறது. So contraction. This is one of the character of property of muscle. Excitability is a extension. Sorry, exhibit பண்றது. Excitability is the muscle having the response to the stimuli. Any information through muscular neurotransmitter or nerve cells or hormone ஏதாவது வந்து some signal கொடுத்ததுன்னா that stimulationக்கு அது என்ன பண்ணும்? Respond பண்ணும். So exhibit பண்ணும். அதனால அது excitability சொல்றோம். Then extensibility is a extension ஆகிறது, stretch ஆகிறது, stretch பண்றது. மசில் வந்து stretch ஆகிறது. Then elasticity, stretch பண்ண மசில்
Coming back.
அதனுடைய ஒரிஜினல் பொசிஷனுக்கு come back to the அதனுடைய ஒரிஜினல் பொசிஷன். So இதான் elasticity. These are the 4 major property of the muscles. Muscle contraction in the first character, muscle contraction. If you have understand about the muscle contraction, you have to know about the other 3 major system: nervous system, muscular system, skeletal system, which means nerves, muscles, bones. These 3 systems together working. நரம்பு மண்டலம், தசை மண்டலம், எலும்பு மண்டலம் 3 சேர்ந்துதான் நம்மளுடைய உடல்ல மூவ்மெண்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது நடக்குது. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நான் ஏன் சார் படிக்கணும்? Why we want to know about this? Then only you can give the yogic practice. Inhale, stretch. Why you giving like this? Stretch. What is the meaning? What is the purpose of inhale, stretch? You are the yoga therapist. After the course completion, you are giving like this command. Relax. Then stretch. What will happen? You saying relax and stretch. What will happen in the body? So you know about the mechanism of this muscle contraction, then relaxation. The mechanism is a little critical mechanism. If you have interest, you can study very deeper level. And otherwise, as per our examination point of view, it is a very simple. So that level I give here. The muscle contraction, you read carefully. Muscle contraction is the activation of tension generating sites within muscle cells. This is the first information about the muscle contraction. Muscle contraction is the activation of tension generating site in a particular site within the cell muscles. The process of muscle contraction began at began at the neuromuscular junction NMJ. அப்ப nerves இருக்கு muscle இருக்கு nervesum muscleum எங்க joint ஆகுதோ எங்க மீட் பண்ணுதோ அதுக்கு neuromuscular junction. The examiner will ask question, what about NMJ? That time you can say neuromuscular junction. So nerves oda end partum muscle oda ஒரு part joint ஆகிற இடத்துக்கு neuromuscular junction. Every skeletal muscle fiber in every skeletal muscle is innervated by motor neuron at the NMJ. Here, everyone have some confusion here. So, innervated muscles are those that are supplied with the nerves. Nerves லந்து ஒரு information வந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு respond பண்ணா அது innervated. அது வந்து enabling the function correctly. ஒரு விஷயம் தூண்டப்பட்டுச்சுன்னா தூண்டப்பட்ட உடனே அதுக்கு ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணுச்சுன்னா அதை வந்து innervated சொல்றோம். ஒரு வேலை அப்படி பண்ணல அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அதுக்கு கான்ட்ராஸ்ட் அவ்வளவுதான். இன் கான்ட்ராஸ்ட் வந்து denervated சொல்லுவாங்க. Denervated muscles. Denervated muscles are the de-avoid nerve supply. Nervesல இருந்து ஒரு சப்ளை வந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணா அது innervated சொல்லுவாங்க. அப்படி பண்ணலனா அது denervated சொல்லுவாங்க. So some people's denervated muscles means if you are giving command, the peoples are trying to achieve the asanas position, but they cannot reach that much level. The one reason is inadequate flexibility. Another form, the muscle cannot receive the command through the nerve cells. So அது மூலமாவும் அதுக்கு அந்த இது போலாம். So இங்க வந்து எல்லாமே நமக்கு எனர்ஜி நம்ம படிக்கும் போது எல்லாமே innervated by the motor neuron. So if you understand about the motor neuron, so 3 kind of neurons are there. One is a motor neuron, another one is sensory neuron. Third one is interneuron. What is sensory neuron? Any information from the peripheral, which means organ to brain. Any neuron carry the information from the organ to brain is called a sensory neuron. Any neurons carrying information from the organ to brain, sensory neuron. Very simple. ஒரு உறுப்புல இருந்து தகவலை மூளைக்கு எடுத்துட்டு போற நரம்புகளுக்கு sensory neuron பேரு. The opposite function. From the brain to organ. Some neurons carrying the information from the brain to ஆர்கன், அதுக்கு பேரு motor neuron, right? So இங்க NMJ we are study about the motor neuron. Because voluntary function, எல்லா voluntary functionம் motor neuronல இருந்து information வந்து muscle வந்து work ஆகும். In English, we are study about the any voluntary function. You get the information from the brain system, nerve system. That information carrying through the motor neuron reach to the particular muscle or particular site at that organ start to work. NMJ, then excitation signals from the motor neuron activate the muscle fiber to the contract. So ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அங்கிருந்து வந்து ஒரு சிக்னல் வந்துச்சுன்னா இப்ப கையை எடுங்க அப்படின்னா எடுத்துருவீங்க. ஓகே, can you hearing my voice? Please thumbs up. Good.
Yes, sir.
You just think about how you did the thumbs up. Someone put a thumbs up in this image. Okay, so you hearing sound the thumbs up, that information reach to the brain, processed. After the process, the information reach to the your hand. So I am telling you thumbs up. That time you are making thumbs up and then you show in front of camera. Okay, how many hours you took for this function?
Fraction of seconds, sir.
Not even a second, sir.
100 meter per second. Our speed, that much level of speed. Information carrying. This neuron and the you just imagine neuromuscular junction and this NMJ work together this much of fast. Even little fast, this compare you this function. You just imagine if you unconsciously you touch your any hard surface, how much time do you take for you take away from the hot surface?
No time.
Half an hour.
No time, sir.
You took immediately, right? நீ தொட்ட உடனே உங்களோட கை வந்து சடனா வந்துரும். In the interneuron in the brain. So any sensory input reach to the brain, that the processing after that information to the motor through the motor neuron and work done. In any emergency situation, hot surface, if you touch the hot surface, that information not reach to the brain. It reach to the up to the spinal cord. Immediately spinal cord give the instruction to the organ. So interneuron present in completely spine and brain. Neuromuscular junction. After the class, I request all of you, please go to the YouTube channel. In your own language, in your mother language, you select here one video from YouTube. N number of videos are there in YouTube channel. In Tamil people's, I send a simple video for your understanding. Simple video I will send you. Other Hindi candidates, you can see your own language. Neuromuscular function or neuromuscular junction. You can search like this. You can see the video and then you get the clear idea. Then after that, you come and again read this same message. You can understand very clearly after the video. For your clear understand, I am telling here, right? Tamil people can now video Tamil paklam. Because your own language, your mother language is very, very useful to understand because it's a deeper level. Why I am telling here, as a therapist, you know about the muscle and neuron, the skeleton, this coordination, neuromuscular coordination. Neuromuscular coordination is one of the highest function in our body. You understand about this neuromuscular coordination, you can recognize the consciousness of your body. இது உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சதுன்னா நம்மளுடைய அறிவாட்சி தரத்தையே நம்மளால புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். The neuroscience, very famous subject. ரொம்ப ஸ்கோப் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் நியூரோசைன்ஸ். Do you know the Nimans hospital? Nimans, no? Very famous parent.
Yes, sir. Nimans, Bangalore.
Even இவ்வளவு அறிவு வந்து கூட நம்மளால மூளையில் ஃபங்க்ஷனோட the function of brain we cannot recognize how it works. So neuromuscular junction here, a neuromuscular junction, the another name myoneural junction. This is a keyword. Myo means nothing but a muscle. Myalgia, which means muscular pain. If you are affected by fever, that time you get the muscle pain, body pain. The body pain, very simply, the medical terminology they are using myalgia. Myo means nothing but a muscle. Muscle plus neuron junction is myoneural junction. It's a chemical snaps between a motor neuron and muscle fiber. It allows the motor neuron to transmit a signal to the muscle fiber, causing the muscle contraction. உங்க மசில் சுருங்கணும்னா அங்க நியூரான்ல இருந்து நியூரோ டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது அந்த மசில் ஃபைபருக்கு போகுது. அதனால அந்த மசில் சுருங்குது. இவ்வளவுதான். அப்ப நரம்பு செல்கள்ல இருந்து மசிலுக்கு எப்படி தகவல் போகுது அப்படிங்கறத நீங்க படிக்கிறதா எங்க நியூரோமஸ்குலர் ஜங்ஷன்ல உங்களோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் இதை படிக்கிறீங்க. அவ்வளவுதான். The muscles require innervation to function and even just a maintain muscle tone, avoiding the atrophy. Atrophy is nothing but a சிதைவு, destruction of the muscles. So அதெல்லாம் அவாய்ட் பண்றதுக்காக தான் இந்த innervation function நடக்குது. In the neuromuscular system, nerves from the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system are linked and work together with the muscles. So we will study about the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system in the future. So if you not idea about this, what is a central nervous system, what is a peripheral nervous system, you need not worry about this. So central nervous system is nothing but your brain and spine. Peripheral nervous system is other branches of nervous system. Synaptic transmission at the neuromuscular junction begins with the action potential reaches the presynaptic terminal of a motor neuron, which activates voltage gated calcium channels to allow the calcium ions to enter the neuron. Next slide, you don't read. Next slide, the image. Through the image, you can understand. The calcium ions bind to sensor protein, that is a synaptotagmin, and the synaptic vesicle, triggering vesicle fusion with the cell membrane and the subsequent neurotransmitter release from the motor neuron into the synaptic cleft. In vertebrates, motor neurons release acetylcholine, ACH, a small molecule neurotransmitter which is diffuse across the synaptic cleft and the bind to the nicotinic acetylcholine receptor on the cell membrane of the muscle fiber, also known as the sarcolemma or myolemma, another name. You see that all the key point you can understand from the image. This is a diagram. Can you see the neuron? This is a neuron. This yellow color is a neuron. Why here mention motor neuron? Because the information from the brain to muscle. So that's why motor neuron. This is a motor neuron. This motor neuron having the cell body, then dendrites, axon, myelin sheath, finally the terminal, right? The axon terminal. Axon terminal is nothing but tail. This is a head. This head having receiving this dendrites receiving the information from the previous neuron. It carry to the terminal. So you imagine many neuron, one neuron carry to another neuron. Finally, the end neuron only connected to the muscle fiber. One neuron, another neuron not connected to each other. ஒரு நியூரானும் இன்னொரு நியூரானும் கனெக்ட் ஆகாது. அது பக்கத்துல நிற்கும். அதுக்கு நடுவில் நியூரோ டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டர்ஸ் இருக்கு. ரொம்ப சென்சிட்டிவா ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா ஒர்க் பண்ணக்கூடிய நியூரோ டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டர்ஸ். ஸோ அதுதான் இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை கேரி பண்ணும். ஸோ இதுல இந்த axon terminal touch with the muscle cell, which means muscle cell is nothing but muscle fiber, right? You just zoom one point here. This is one part, you just make it like this. You can see here. Sarcolemma. This is a muscle cell, the layer, the sarcolemma is. Can you see the cursor movement? I'm moving the cursor. Can you see? Good. This is sarcolemma. This is a muscle cell. Only two cells here involving for neuromuscular junction. In the neuromuscular junction, ரெண்டு பார்ட் தான் இன்வால்வ் ஆகுது. ஒன்னு நரம்பு செல்லோட கடைசி பகுதி, வாலு பகுதி. இன்னொன்னு மசிலோட லேயர் பகுதி. அவ்வளவுதானே? ஸோ இந்த மசில் செல்லோட லேயர் மேல இருக்கிற அந்த ஜாயிண்ட் ஆகிற இடத்துக்கு சார்கோலெமா இந்த பகுதியில தான் இது ஒர்க் ஆகுது. இது அந்த ஆக்சான் டெர்மினல்ல கடைசி பகுதி. இது அப்படியே ஜூம் பண்ணி இங்க பாருங்க, இங்க தெரியும். ஸோ சினாப்டிக் வெசிக்கிள் இன் த ஆக்சான் டெர்மினல், அதுல அசிடைல் கோலைன் இருக்கு. இந்த அசிடைல் கோலைன் தான் அந்த அயான்ஸை ரிலீஸ் பண்ணும். ஸோ இந்த அயான்ஸ் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுச்சுன்னா, இந்த அயான் இதுல கேரி ஆச்சுன்னா இந்த பக்கம் இருக்கக்கூடிய மோட்டார் பிளேட்ல ரிசீவ் பண்ணி இந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை கேரி பண்ணி எடுத்துட்டு போகும். இந்த அசிடைல் கோலைன் ரீச் டு த மசில், தட் மசில் ஸ்டார்ட் டு ஒர்க், கண்ட்ராக்ட் ஆர் ரிலாக்ஸ். Only the function forward function. So contraction மட்டும் தான் நியூரோமஸ்குலர் ஒர்க் கொடுக்கும். ஸோ நியூரோமஸ்குலர் ரிலாக்ஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக ஃபங்க்ஷன் ரிலாக்ஸ், மசில் ஃபைபர் வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக அதனுடைய ஃபங்க்ஷனை ரிலாக்ஸ் வந்து ரிட்டர்ன் எடுத்துக்கும். ஸோ இது சிம்பத்தட்டிக் பாராசிம்பத்தட்டிக் ஃபியூச்சரில் படிப்போம். ஸோ யூ ஜஸ்ட் do remember about the neuromuscular junction here. Someone in unmute some background points. Okay, please. Thank you. This is about a contraction and you just key point, some point about the relaxation. Okay, contraction, okay. Then how come to the relaxation? Relaxation occur when stimulation of the nerve stop, that's all. எப்போ ஸ்டிமுலேஷன் நிற்குதோ அப்போ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக ரிலாக்ஸேஷன் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகிடும். கண்டினியூஸாக ஒவ்வொரு செல்லுலையும் ஒவ்வொரு நியூரோமஸ்குலர் ஜங்ஷன்லையும் ஸ்டிமுலேஷன் கொடுக்க கொடுக்க அதனுடைய கண்ட்ராக்ஷன் நடந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். விச் மீன்ஸ் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பாதஹஸ்தாசனா. How to practice பாதஹஸ்தாசனா?
Sanskrit, bend forward.
Bend forward.
Touch your hand on the floor.
On the floor.
Don't bend the knees.
Okay. In that time, what about your muscle contraction or extension?
The hamstring muscles get extended. The hamstring muscle comes.
Your backside of the muscle, west side of the muscles or muscles in the stretching, right? Stretches. Which means each and every seconds, brain giving information. Okay, hold it. Then after a minute, you are giving the command 30 seconds over, 30 seconds remain. Okay, 45 seconds over, 15 seconds more. Like this, the yoga commander giving the command, instructor giving command like this. We are waiting in the same position. After that 1 minute, you telling the, okay, slowly come to the relax. What is the meaning? So that day relax means, அங்க வந்து உங்களுடைய nerve stimulation stop ஆகுது. So once you get the stimulation of the nerve stop, automatically your muscle get the relaxation, then you come back. Even in asana, any asanas, once reach the final position, what about your command? Once reach the final position, you giving the command, after reach the position, become aware on your normal breathing, be normal. Do remember the definition of asana, sthira sukham asana. You maintain the sthira sukham, be relaxed in the final position. You are giving like this command. What happened? The muscle getting reduce the stimuli. And the stimulation it reduces the stimulate. Then only our body muscles getting relaxation in the same final position. Otherwise, what will happen? That 1 minute, it get the stress. Stress hormone will always produce. So, what is the mechanism happen here? Calcium is then pumped back out. So, the calcium and the calcium ions உள்ள இருந்து திரும்ப வெளியே வந்துரும். From the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Already you studied each and every human cell having the reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. Like this, your muscle cells having the sarcoplasmic reticulum. This sarcoplasmic reticulum release the calcium ion, automatically muscle getting the relax. In this muscle fiber having the actin and myosin, two content is there. I sent the video. Through the video, you can get the idea about the actin and myosin. The actin myosin return to their unbound state is called muscle and relax. So only the term, technical term, the actin and the myosin in the active state, that is a contraction. It come to the back in the unbound state is called muscle relax. This is a keyword. In the theory exam, possible these are these like questions. But there is a very deeper level question. If you studied word by word, here all kind of key points, you are eligible to write NEET exam. But in the level 6, no, not much level. You just hear these are the words are there. Some in the future, while you experiencing, you are teaching that time, these key points will develop knowledge in your own self. உங்களுக்குள்ளாரே இதனுடைய அறிவெல்லாம் உருவாக ஆரம்பிக்கும். Then cartilage, tendon and ligaments. Cartilage is a smooth elastic tissue connect a bone to bone. In between the bone, cartilage are there. You just see in picture here. This is a one bone, the another bone is there. This is a bone. In between the bone, one cartilage is there. That is a question. If the cartilages are reduced or disappear, what will happen? One bone to frict with the another bone, the friction will increase. What will
friction will be there?
The bone will start to corrosive. So the cartilage can be classified into 3 kind of cartilage: hyaline cartilage, fibrocartilage, elastic cartilage. For example, this hyaline cartilage present in the ribs, nose, larynx, trachea. This is nothing but a precursor is nothing but a baby of the bone. In the beginning state of the bone, once well grow and developed, after that the bone is come to the hardness. This is softness. Then fibrocartilage is nothing but a invertebral disc found in the, so in between the disc joints, joint capsules and ligaments. Then elastic cartilage is found in the external ear, epiglottis and larynx. So these are the soft bone cartilages. The tendon or another name sleeve. It's a tough band of the fibrous connective tissue that connects the muscle to bone and is capable to the standing tension. So you see the here tendon. Tendon is this is a bone to muscle. One part is muscle. It connects with the bone. This tendon is one of the protein particle connect the muscle and bone. Then ligament. Ligament is one of the protein fiber. It is a connect the bone to bone. This is a ligament. Very simple. Then skeletal system. Skeletal system is nothing but a bone system. The skeletal system may be defined as the bone and related cartilage of the body. More broadly to the include the joints. The another name of joints, articulations. What is the meaning of articulation? Nothing, another name of joints. What is the meaning of joint? One bone connected with the another bone. The one or two bones or two or more bones connected with the one point, that is a joints. ஒரு bone joint ஆகிறது joint அவ்வளவுதான். It maintains the structure of the body and organs. Skeletal muscle give the structure of the body and organs. There are 206 bones in adult, 270 bones in infant, babies. The skeletal system you can classify it as a two axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. You can classify two. What are the bones involved in the axial system? Axial skeleton, skull bone, vertebra, thorax, thoracic cage. So these are the bones laying in the axial bone. Then appendicular skeletal, pectoral girdle, upper extremity, pelvic girdle, lower extremity. Oh, sir, what are the names are like this name? Some non-science students, art students asking question like this. Someone mind-wise hearing. இதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது, ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். அச்சி எலும்பு, பக்கவாட்டு எலும்பு, அவ்வளவுதான். இப்போ what are the axial எலும்பு? அச்சி எலும்புல என்ன இருக்கு? This is center.
From
Skeleton, sternum,
from center side.
backbone. That's
from center of the side.
Very good. That's very nice. Good understanding. Okay. This skull bone, vertebra. Vertebra is nothing but our backbone.
Vertebra, ribs.
Then front.
Front
this
system,
rib cage.
the whole
Finish. Then pectoral girdle means the clavicular bone and scapular bone. This is a pectoral girdle.
Yes.
Your hands connected with the pectoral girdle. This hands bones we can call it as simply upper extremities.
Yes.
The pelvic girdle is a hip bone.
Hip bone.
This shoulder bone, then hip bone. This hip bone, very simply we can call it as pelvic girdle or hip girdle. These leg bones are connected to this area. This is a lower extremities is nothing but your leg bones. We can simply classify it 4 parts, right? Pectoral girdle, upper extremity, pelvic girdle, lower extremity. Simple புரியுதா? அச்சி போன் இருக்கு, அதுல தலை, முதுகு எலும்பு அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. அதுல பெக்டோரியல் கிரிட்டில்ங்கிறது தோள்பட்டை, அதுல நம்ம கை கனெக்ட் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்கு. இடுப்பு போன் இருக்கு, அது பெல்விக் கிரிட்டில்னு சொல்றோம். அதுல கால் போன் கனெக்ட் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்கு. அவ்வளவுதான். கால் எலும்புகள் அது சேர்த்தப்பட்டு. இப்ப இதுல என்னென்ன போன் இருக்கு அப்படியே போன் படிக்கலாம். The head bone, cranium, the தாடை bone, mandible, scapula, the backside of the bone, the sternum, இந்த நெஞ்சு போன் முன்னாடி இருக்கிறது sternum, chest, front chest bone. Clavicle, this a collar bone. Then scapula is a backside. Then rib is a ribs are the rib cage, கூடு நெஞ்சு கூடு. Then vertebra is a backbones. Then sacrum, the lower end part of the vertebra. Okay, now
Sir,
you
it
come
can
to
be said the tailbone.
hmm?
Scapula is tailbone.
Tailbone. You can say
Right,
that
right.
the name tailbone. Okay, you come to the your hand. So when you say your shoulder, your upper arm only having one bone. That is a humor bone.
Humerus.
Humerus. Then your lower arm having the two kind of bone. Radius and ulna. Two bone. This radius and humerus joined in the elbow joint, right?
Right.
Then wrist bone. In the wrist, carpal. After the wrist, the back of the palm bones are the metacarpal. Then fingers, phalanges. This is the hand bones. Then you move to the leg bone. Leg bone, the thigh bone are only one bone. Only one bone, that is a femoris. The lower leg, which means your calf muscle area, right? Lower leg. That leg having two kind of bone. One is a tibia, another one is fibula. The front side of the bone, tibia, back side of the bone is fibula. This tibia, fibula connected with the femur with the support of patella. There is a knee joint. Then you come to the ankle region. In the hand, carpal bone. In the leg, tarsal bone. Then metatarsal, same phalanges. So these are the major bones. If you understand these are the type of bones, you can apply the name of practices of Sukshma Vyayama, then asanas. You just where it will useful in the yogic field, our yogic teaching. இதெல்லாம் எங்க நமக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுது? For example, if you are giving the practice in the neck region, that is a Griva Sakti Vikasaka, right? Medha Sakti Vikasaka, Buddhi Sakti Vikasaka in the cranium, in the top of the head, Buddhi Sakti Vikasaka, the Medha Sakti backside, the Kapol Sakti, the mandible bone, the Griva Sakti Vikasaka, cervical bone. Then Skanda Sakti Vikasaka, shoulder bone, Bhujavali Sakti Vikasaka, hand bone. Like this, the hip Kati Sakti Vikasaka, leg. This is Janga Sakti Vikasaka, Janu Sakti Vikasaka, Pendali Sakti Vikasaka, Padamula Sakti Vikasaka, Gulpa Pada Prasta Patala Sakti Vikasaka. Like this, you can apply the Sukshma Yama practice. Why we are giving the name based on this bone. Then asanas. You can classify the asanas: forward bending asana, backward bending asana, side bending asana, twisting asana, inverted asanas. Like this, you are giving the name. The another name, another type. The same asanas you can call another name. Standing asana, sitting asana, prone asana, supine pose asana. Like this, you are giving. So why you classify in two way? Any idea about why we are classified in two way?
Which one, sir? The thoracic and pelvic?
No, I am asking the question. Sitting asana, எல்லா ஆசனங்களும் classify பண்ணலாம். All asanas can classified in different way. Sitting asana, standing asana. So for example, chakrasana, padasana, any asanas you can give, you can put this classification. எந்த ஆசனங்கள் கொண்டு வந்து என்ன இதுல போட்டுக்கலாம்? Sitting asana, standing asana, prone position asana, supine pose asana. சேம் ஆசனஸ் இன்னொரு ஆஸ்பெக்ட் பேர்லயும் சொல்லுவோம். பேக்வர்ட் பெண்டிங் ஆசனா, ஃபார்வர்ட் பெண்டிங் ஆசனா,
Yeah.
இன்வெர்ட் ஆசனா. ஒரே ஆசனாவை 2 ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ல கிளாசிஃபை பண்றோம். ஏன்? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், பாத அஸ்தாசனா. It is a standing asana or forward bending asana?
Both.
So forward bending
Standing
asana.
forward bending.
So
Standing forward bending.
you can say forward bending asana and another name you can say standing asana. In the same asana, in the standing position, if you are sitting in the same asana, if you in the position of sitting, if you are reaching the Paschimottanasana, the
Paschimottanasana.
position are same, right?
Mm.
Sitting asana, the asana position same, but in the sitting, same your hand reach to the your feet.
Toes.
In the halasana, what about the halasana? The
Love pose.
halasana also
Inversion.
same, but in the supine pose, right? But all asanas we can say the forward bending asana, right? Why we are calling like this? So
What is anterior and posterior parts?
so the right reason, காரணம் நான் சொல்றேன். If you are giving the name with the starting position, ஒரு ஆசனாக்கு ஸ்டார்டிங் பொசிஷன் பேஸ் போஸ் பிராரம்பிக் ஸ்திதி பேஸ் போஸ் அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு பெயர் வைத்தால், if you give the name based on the basic position which is called standing asana, sitting asana, supine asana, pranasana, அதனுடைய ஆரம்ப நிலையை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு இது மாதிரி பெயர் வைக்கலாம். Otherwise you can give the end of the asana. Finally they reach the end of the position. And the end of the position based on the spinal cord, based on the vertebra bone, you can give the name. Forward bending, backward bending, side bending, twisting like this, right? Can you understand? So ஒரு base position, starting position வச்சு ஆசனா classify பண்ணலாம். அல்லது நீங்க reach ஆனது final position of the asana வச்சும் பேரை நீங்க classify பண்ணலாம்.
Sir, can you tell me, sir, one more time? Can you in English you tell me the definition you gave, no? Standing, எப்படி அதுக்கு பேர் வந்துச்சுன்னு சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா, அந்த இங்கிலீஷ் definition
based on the basic position. So starting position base பண்ணி பேர் வச்சீங்கன்னா standing asana. If you are doing the tadasana, then ardha chakrasana, trek tadasana, padastasana, chakrasana, alasana, ardha chakrasana, like this you are giving the name. Why? In the standing position. So இதனுடைய பேஸ் போஸ்ல ஆரம்பிச்சு அது ஒரு ஆசனா பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி எப்படி இருந்ததுன்னு வச்சு நீங்க ஆசனாஸ் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆசனா. ஆசனாஸ் ஃபைனல் பொசிஷன், the first position and the final position, just you understand very easily. So asanas பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க என்ன பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கீங்களோ அதை வச்சு நீங்க கிளாசிஃபை பண்ணலாம். அப்படி கிளாசிஃபை பண்ணா ஆசனா பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி beginning, so you can classify based on the beginning, standing asana, sitting asana, supine asana, asana, like this. Or the final position of the asana you can classify forward bending, backward bending. So for the purpose, this skeletal system is very important to you, right? Okay. Any other question?